What's up, guys? So, my shirt's off because I just had my shirt off and I wanted to do this podcast real fast. I had some thoughts. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. I walk around and I think of things to share with you guys and to talk about. You know, I'm a pretty open book. I'm working on myself a lot. I'm trying to learn Spanish. And the reason why I even started doing this is just the inspiration I felt inside. And kind of like I was looking at the world and how, you know, it was so sad. You know, I was part of the sadness at one point. Like I said, I was just living a life and making mistakes, not trying hard. Just like most of us, just getting by. You know, I would go to the gym. I still went to the gym occasionally, but I ate like shit. I mean, I used to eat 4 pounds of like Laffy Taffy at a time. I don't like banana. Already had an argument with somebody on TikTok about that. But I'm just a big goofball. I'm a big goofball that somehow can take things out of the air and give an example that you can understand. I don't know how I developed this. You know, I was probably an insecure kid, so I learned how to over-explain everything. You know, these are things I'm coming to now, and I'm not going to a therapist. I'm going to the gym. I mean, that is the craziest thing to say to you. But because I've been going this many days in a row, 316 today, it just changes who you are. When you prove to yourself that you're worth it, things change. Everything, yep. Sometimes it happens, man. And I'll tell you what, my tears are from being proud. You know, whew. But I could, you know, I come across probably like overzealous and crazy and stuff, but it's almost like that's how you have to be in order for people to hear you. I mean, if you know me in person, you already know I'm gonna talk about fitness at one point with you, or talk about your diet with you at one point. So I know the people that are letting themselves go don't find me very often, and I understand that, but I'm not there to judge you, man. All I was there, you know, to be your friend. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know, because when you change into a person who just wants to help others, it's super weird. I'm not a crier. That's the craziest thing about this. Kind of let you be able to open up and not feel like you're like less than a man. You know, you can share your feelings sometimes. You know, and it's healthy. It's super healthy. I mean, I'm assuming that, you know, if you look at me, my wife, when she describes me, she said if you could look up the word masculine in the dictionary and there was a picture, it would be of you. So that's her version of me being masculine. So I get it quite a bit, and I'm not trying to be. I don't even know where was I going with this. But ow, I may have just smoked a little weed too. Don't tell anybody. So, just a little. And I don't recommend it for anybody, but I follow all kinds of stuff, and I am not having any sugar this week. You know, it's already Wednesday. Feels like it's been like 10 days without sugar. Everything has sugar in it. You can't even have vegetables or nothing. So basically, I've just been eating meat nonstop. It's still delicious, but I eat it dry. No, nothing. Zero zip. And the reason why I do that, I mean, you know, I look okay, right? But the reason why I do this is because I got to keep showing myself that, you know, it's worth it. You still have, you know, you still need that drive. You still need accomplishment. And that's what happiness is. Happiness is achieving things, you know, goals and living up to yourself, like respect, that voice in your head that tells you to do something and you do it. What? Blows your mind, right? But every time you do that, you build a little bit of armor. You get a little stronger. Every time you keep a little promise to yourself, you start to feel better. I know I'm still going through it, but I went through it in a big time throughout these last 10 and a half, however many 300 and blah, 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 blah days. I have to look it up. I'll lose track. But, that's another crazy thing about the gym. That's like it's like my home. Like I spent, when you're like the things that you focus, obviously I'm focusing on the business and all that stuff when I'm at the business, but I seriously have to, when I'm going to work, I have to say, turn everything else off. This is boom, we're at work and we got to lock down, because let's be honest, that's my future. That's something that I have to build in order to take care of my family and to grow. And so right now I'm in the middle of something without any money. I'm going to just do something out of belief, out of just craziness. I'll talk about that on Sunday though. But I just wanted to, get a quick, just talk to you guys for a minute. Let you know that it's real. You can believe in yourself. You keep showing up, and I'll tell you what, it changes. That's where happiness is. Happiness is achievement. Happiness is showing up for yourself every day. That's what happiness is. It's not thinking about all the bad stuff that's ever happened to you. You got to realize that stuff happens, and you got to learn that life is just giving you a lesson that you need to learn to grow. You need to learn. You have to fail to get back up, So you just got to keep getting back up. We all fail all the time, but never quit. Never quit. It's the most ridiculous thing, This is something we've known our whole lives. This is something we've been getting back to, you know it, right? But look what's happening. You're falling into ruts, right? You're just living the thing. Even the people that are, you're okay in shape and stuff like that, but are you enjoying your life? Are you achieving something? Are you doing something daily to make yourself feel good? And showing up to the gym, I'll tell you what, just that little bit of making sure, boom, 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 you start to build up. Yes, I got ridiculous results, but you have never seen me work out. If you did, you'd understand. But you have to realize how just it's those days you don't go, or those days that there's something else that's gonna pull you away. Those are the days that you show up and you're like, I did it, because they were always coming. Those days I was like, oh no, how am I gonna get there? Not necessarily like a psychopath, but it does sound like a psychopath a little bit. But it's just like I promised myself this, and there was never an I can't. There was always a I could, right? But we always say the words I can't, but you could. You could, right? That's all I got for you guys today. I don't even know how long that is, and sometimes I just ramble. But this is better than me putting out a 19-minute TikTok video, right? Nobody's gonna listen to that, and yeah, who knows who's gonna listen to this? But I'm gonna get better at this, and I'm gonna learn how to share things with you, and I'm gonna share my life, more than I should, because that's just who I am. So please don't be crazy, and please don't do stuff, because I'm a good dude. It's not by me saying so. I have quite a few people in my life that say so. So you guys have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.